So, I have a question. Are you a judge? You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction, okay? No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Or
I
you may
object. I
walk
will
a
not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I will
court of
not be
court
paying
district
any
court.
fine.
Please don't interrupt the court, sir.
This judge completely shuts down a sovereign citizen in one of the funniest Zoom court moments you'll ever see. The case is simple. He's there for running a red light, and the officer who saw it happen is right there in the hearing. But instead of sticking to the facts, the defendant dives into a string of strange, legally meaningless claims straight from online conspiracy circles. The judge stays calm but doesn't let a single bit of nonsense slide, breaking down each point with sharp precision. It's a perfect example of what happens when internet myths run headfirst into real law. You're going to want to stick around for this one. It's a wild ride.
You are Anthony Winston Mathis?
No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust.
Very well, Mr. Mathis. Today's the date and time for your informal hearing. The citation before the court, Mr. Mathis, indicates that on May the 24th of this year at approximately 9 p.m., you are operating a 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, on 11 Mile Road, air near Washington, in the city of Royal Oak. And at that place and time, you committed the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Impeding traffic, sir, is considered a lesser included offense within nearly any moving violation. And Officer Moran indicates in his detailed note that your vehicle was on East 11 Mile Road at Washington and disobeyed the traffic signal. The officer had a green arrow and therefore driver had a red light. Mr. Mathis, you have three options, and three options only, sir, in the protection of your own rights. You may, sir, admit responsibility in this matter. The court will attach the scheduled fine and that will close the case. Or, Mr. Mathis, you may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates these circumstances, or you have every right to deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take testimony. What would you like the court to do for you today?
Well, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
The court does mind. You need to make a plea. I am required by law.
No, I don't plead to anybody. I only plead to the Most High. Who are you?
I am Magistrate William Urick, P43273. I am a sworn judicial officer of this district. We are here for your informal hearing that you requested. This court is required by law, procedure, and court rule to take a plea. The motorist requesting this informal hearing, that being you, must make such a plea. You may admit responsibility in this matter.
I don't plead to anybody but God.
You may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take proofs. What would you have the court do for you today?
I don't plead to anybody.
Very well. Officer Moran and Mr. Mathis, please raise your right hands.
I do have a question.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Please proceed.
Before we even hear from the officer, I've got to say, this judge might be one of the best at dealing with sovereign citizens. His all business, no drama. Every time the defendant tries to go off track, the judge calmly shuts it down without so much as a flinch. That's the smart way to do it. Arguing only gives these guys more fuel. But this judge never takes the bait. It's like watching a pro quietly dismantle a ticking time bomb of nonsense, efficient, precise, and honestly pretty satisfying. I think this is exactly the right approach. What do you think of his style so far? Let's get back to the hearing.
Magistrate, on May 24, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer Moran, was in the area of East 11 Mile in Washington when I observed 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, with Michigan plate Edward John Lincoln 6501. I was at the light at East 11 in Washington when I had the green arrow to turn. That vehicle then proceeded through the light. As I looked up at the traffic light, that light was red for that driver.
With respect to your selection of citation, you elected to simply issue a ticket for impeding traffic. Is that correct?
I did, Magistrate, at that time.
And that's based on your discretion, your training, and your experience.
It is.
Thank you. You obviously have the right to rebuttal if you choose to use it, Officer Moran. Mr. Mathis, it is now your turn. What would you like the court to know, sir?
So, I have a question. Are you a judge?
Mr. Mathis, the court has already indicated it is a sworn judicial officer. It is exercising its jurisdiction lawfully over you. So questioning the court's authority.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction, okay?
Mr. Mathis, the officer has already testified as to the facts of the case. It is now your turn to testify. You can tell the court anything you wish the court to know, focusing solely on the events of the date in question. What would you like to tell the court?
The plaintiff is the city of Royal Oak. Please bring the city of Royal Oak. Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Then the defendant drops the classic line, "You have no jurisdiction over me." Honestly, why even show up if that's the argument? That logic falls apart immediately. Of course the court has jurisdiction, especially for something as straightforward as a traffic violation. It's a state court handling state traffic laws. Pretty simple. But sovereign citizens keep running the same tired script, and it's popping up more and more. I can't tell if this guy really believes what he's saying or if he's just pretending not to understand. Either way, it's strange. What do you think? Is he serious, or just playing dumb? Let's get back to the hearing.
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak, sir.
Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Are you asking where it is geographically, or are you asking where it is in
right
terms
now
of who's present on behalf of the city of Royal Oak?
Where is the city of Royal Oak? Please bring the
Court doesn't understand your question. Are you asking where it is on a map, or where is the officer?
No, I know exactly where it is on the geographic location, but where are they right now?
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak as a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer. So, what else would you like to tell the court, Mr. Mathis? And please, again, the court suggests that you focus on the events of the date in question.
Okay. Well, could you please bring forth the injured party? Was anybody injured?
This is not a tort case, Mr. Mathis. It is a case written
Well,
under the vehicle code of the city of Royal Oak as it is adopted.
As I was traveling, the officer turned on the lights. No one was injured. So please bring forth the injured party. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment right, I have a right to face my accuser. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
In Michigan, running a red light isn't just a personal mistake. It's legally treated as a threat to public safety. That means there doesn't need to be a victim or someone hurt for the case to move forward. The state acts as the plaintiff because the act itself puts everyone on the road at risk. That alone is enough to bring you to court. So it's wild that this guy thinks there has to be an injured person for the charge to stick. Probably something he picked up from a bad internet search or a sovereign citizen forum. Either way, it's completely wrong. Let's get back to the hearing.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
Please bring forth the injured party. If you can't bring forth the injured party, then this needs to be dismissed now.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
You guys can't bring anyone forward. As far as the injured party, no one was injured. You guys.
Mr. Mathis, I will ask you one more time. The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak. This is not a case alleging physical harm or breach of contract.
Why are you trying to charge me?
This is a civil case.
Why are you trying to
the Motor
charge
Vehicle
me?
Code, as it was decriminalized in 1979. This is a civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. The officer has testified as to what he observed, and it is now your turn to testify as to what occurred. There is no requirement under the rules of procedure, civil, in this operation as of today, that requires a quote unquote injured party to be present. The officer has stated very clearly and fairly and plainly what he observed that day. So as to your testimony related to the date in question, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, it isn't. If you guys can't bring any injured party,
Very
no
well.
one's injured. You guys are.
Officer Moran, any rebuttal testimony?
No rebuttal testimony.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mathis, the burden of proof in a civil case is a mere preponderance of the evidence. The officer, a duly sworn and certified Michigan peace officer representing the city of Royal Oak, which is one of two cities upon which this court has jurisdiction, has put his testimony forward. There is nothing in the record that has rebutted any of it. Therefore, the court is finding you responsible for the citation as it was written. The fine for that serves $175. That is payable through the pay portal on the 44th District Court website, or you may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir. You may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court at 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That's due within 7 days, Mr. Mathis. If you take exception to the court's ruling, you may post a bond in the amount of $175 within 7 days, and the matter will be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the Chief Judge of the District, and at that time, the City of Royal Oak would be represented by a city prosecutor.
So, was the $175 fine fair for this sovereign citizen? Honestly, I think it was more than fair. The judge didn't waste a second on his nonsense, just stayed calm, firm, and stuck to the law. In Michigan, traffic violations like running a red light are civil infractions, not criminal charges, and those fines exist to keep the roads safe. His arguments might work in some imaginary online courtroom, but in the real world, they go nowhere. Personally, I almost wish the judge had gone further and held him in contempt for how rude and disruptive he was. Judges have that authority, and he was really pushing it. Still, maybe the fine got the message across. What do you think? Was the punishment enough? And was he truly a believer in this stuff? Or just pretending to avoid the law? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.